I need the scoop.
A dream wedding venue becomes a nightmare when one man refuses to let his stalker, ex-girlfriend, dictate the guest list. This explosive Reddit story pulls back the curtain on what happens when friendship, property rights, and a desperate ex-girlfriend collide. Get ready for a rural drama where standing up for yourself means risking lifelong friendships and watching carefully laid wedding plans crumble into chaos.
Here is the situation. Last summer, I bought my grandparents' house. This house was the hangout spot for my friends and I throughout our childhood. This includes my friend Dave. The house has a sizable amount of land, which includes a lake and a gazebo. I was supposed to buy the house with my now ex-girlfriend, Leslie. But going through the process of getting approved to buy, I found out that she has massive amounts of credit card and personal debt that she hid from me throughout our 4 years together. I decided to break up as a result. That was about 6 months ago. I met Leslie because Dave's long-term girlfriend, Kim, is Leslie's cousin. Dave and Kim are engaged and set to get married in April. When I was buying the house, they asked if they could have the ceremony at the gazebo, which I agreed to do. In December, I started dating again. Leslie has not taken this well at all. She thinks we are going to get back together and has tried multiple times to make that happen. I have told her in no uncertain terms that isn't happening. Dave and Kim have asked me to not bring a +1 to the wedding for Leslie's sake. I have told them that this request is ridiculous. This wedding is happening at my house, using my land, and I am not allowed to bring a date because of a crazy ex. If that is the case, then they need to find a new venue for the wedding. They are upset about this given the short time frame of when the wedding is supposed to happen. So, we are at an impasse. I am fully aware of the liability issues, which is why I purchased, and they reimbursed me for a special event insurance policy, which will provide complete coverage for any damages, claims, injuries, etc. to any of the property or persons up to $2 million. It is one of the first things we did after I agreed to have the event in my home. The wedding will have a maximum, if everyone comes, of 75 guests, 5 catering staff, and 5 security staff. The security is necessary because this is an open area that anyone walking past can access. The house has hosted events twice this size, and logistically it has been fine. On the property are 2 cottages, one with 1 bathroom and the other with 2 bathrooms. The only portion of my house that will not be locked during the wedding is the finished basement. The basement has 2 bathrooms. Every person who is single, meaning not in an established relationship, received an invitation with a +1, including me and Leslie. This talk came after I sent in my return card and indicated I was bringing a +1. Now, they are saying they do not want me to have the +1 because Leslie blew up about it and they are afraid of a confrontation at the wedding. Leslie indicated she intends to bring someone on her card. I do not know if she will actually bring someone. The petty part of me did absolutely consider saying, well, Leslie cannot come to my house or on my land, so it shouldn't be a problem. Leslie is in the wedding party. Dave is the youngest of 5 boys, so all his groomsmen are his brothers. I do not consider this a big string attached. All of our single friends have a +1. Leslie has a +1. I am literally the only person who is not in an established couple who they do not want to have a +1. I would expect to be treated like every other guest. I know Leslie is Kim's family, but Dave and I have been family to each other. I have known Dave since I was 3 years old. We grew up together. This makes it feel like we are not as close as I previously thought. And if I knew they would ever consider treating me like a stranger, which is what this feels like, I absolutely would have never agreed to let them use my land for the wedding. For the last 6 months, my life because of Leslie has been drama. Every person who will be at the wedding is in some way or form connected to the drama. The woman I am dating is not. I want someone who is disconnected from this drama, who I do not feel like I have to walk on eggshells around. My peace also matters. All I am asking is for them to tell Leslie, just act like an adult for 4 hours. But instead, they rather have me be uncomfortable than to have that talk, when I'm doing what I can to help them with this wedding. About Leslie's debt situation, she had about $30,000 in student loans and owes about $20,000 on a car, in addition to the credit card debt. We could pay off the credit card debt in probably about 3 years' time. My issue is her lying about it. I lost trust in her. As my therapist says, being the bigger person does not mean allowing yourself to be stepped on. It means loving people when they do not deserve it, and love rarely looks like capitulation.
The community rallied behind the original poster, with many pointing out that his property rights should be respected regardless of family connections. As tensions escalated, the original poster decided to confront his friend directly about the situation. Just 1 week after his initial post, a conversation that was meant to clear the air would instead bring everything to a breaking point.
So, I met with Dave this morning. We talked for almost 2 hours about everything. I laid it out that I thought he was, at best, friend. I went through our long history of various things over the years that has me questioning our friendship. That was the bulk of our conversation. We then turned to the breakup with Leslie and the shit show of the last 6 months. Throughout the last 6 months, despite Leslie's craziness, I have bent over backwards to try and accommodate her feelings. She has shown up to my house in the middle of the night. I did not go for a restraining order. When I go out, I do not go to places I know that her and her family like to go. She has implied to her family and mutual friends at various times that I cheated and/or that I took advantage of her financially, neither of which is true at all. I have held my tongue to not embarrass her about these things in front of her friends and family. Dave knows all that and yet is demanding, once again, that I put Leslie's feelings before my own. I said, "You and everyone need to stop coddling her like she is a child." Dave concedes that Leslie has been crazy and ridiculous since the breakup, but, he says, she feels she did not get closure after the relationship. She wants to have an evening where she can talk to you to get that closure. He also told me that Leslie has been very vigilant about paying off her debt and paid off almost $10,000 of the credit card debt. She wants to talk to me about her progress to see if that might cause me to change my mind. It will not. I asked him, "So, do you expect me to go to the wedding and talk to her?" Because I have her blocked everywhere, and date or not, I do not plan to say a single mumbling word to her. He said, "I fully expect she would lose it if you all do not talk at the wedding." I told him, if that is the case, then, for the good of my property, I can't have Leslie come. If she is so unstable that I need to be coerced into a conversation with her, she is too unsafe to be a guest in any capacity in my home. So, I have told him, based on what he has told me, Leslie cannot come to my house or on my land. I am willing to still have the wedding at my place, but I cannot trust Leslie won't do something given what you are telling me. Dave lost it at this point. He said, "You and your I don't need it." So I said, "Then the wedding is off." He left. So, that is the state of things. Historically, Dave and I's dynamic has been me going along with whatever he wants, often to my detriment. I think that's why they came to me, rather than even attempt to get Leslie to behave. My peace of mind matters. And I offered a solution that keeps the peace, while also not exposing me to the chaos that is Leslie. She does not come to the wedding. I would have been willing to let them have it at my place then. I would be willing to not come to the wedding myself to make it fair. Meeting or speaking with Leslie is not keeping the peace. It disrupts my peace of mind.
Sometimes the hardest boundaries to set are with the people we've known the longest. This story reminds us that true friendship means respecting each other's limits, not enabling destructive behaviour. Subscribe to follow more stories about relationships tested by difficult circumstances, and share your thoughts on maintaining healthy boundaries in the comments below. Check out our other videos for more tales of friendship, betrayal, and the courage to stand your ground.